Alright, welcome back. Now it's time to set up the reference images in our viewports that are going to aid us in the modeling process. So let's get that done real quick. Alright, so I've got myself 4 viewports. I've got the top, I've got the camera, the right viewport down here, and the front over here. I do have a front view of this object. So what I'm going to do is in the front view down here, which is viewport C, I'm going to go over here to where it says wireframe. That's going to pop open a menu here. I'm going to go down to where it says rotoscope and click on that. That opens up a PPG. Now what I want to do here is click on the new button and then select new from file. And I'm going to import an image. Now I have several images here. The one I want to get is the one called front that comes with the tutorial. So I'm going to get the front JPEG. Go ahead and double click on that. That's going to make it appear right here in the viewport. And all the default options are set up for us automatically, so this thing is ready to go. So let's go ahead and set up the right image over here. So I'll do the same thing. Go to wireframe, rotoscope, go to new from file, and I'll look for the right side image, which is right here. Perfect. There's the right side. Close that. And now the right side is good to go. Now I do have a left side image as well, which I'm going to need. Now I don't have a top image, so this viewport up here is kind of being used up or wasted. So what I want to do is turn this viewport up here, this viewport A, into a left side view. So to do that, it's going to be kind of quirky, but just follow along with me and we'll get it to work. I'm going to come up here to where it says top, click on that, and you can see here I don't have a left. What I have is a front and a right. I don't have a back, which is the opposite of front, and I don't have a left, which is the opposite of right. So what I'm going to do is click on right, and I'm basically going to turn this into a left view, and that's very easy to do. Okay. Now you notice that the coordinates are in the same direction as the coordinates for the right view down here. See, the right view down here is pointing the Z to the left, and the right view up here is also pointing the Z to the left because it's a right view. So to make it a left view, what we need to do is flip it so the Z is pointing toward the right, and that way we know we're looking at this from the opposite side. I know it may not sound like it makes a lot of sense, but just trust me on this, follow along, and then later on you can come back to this, think about it a little bit more, and it'll make more sense. Up here I have these 3 icons, basically an X, Y, and Z. What these allow me to do is to flip the view right here. So basically what I can do is look at this from the Z, from the Y, or the X. Okay. Now if I left click on the X, nothing happens because left clicking on the X makes this a right side view. Now if I middle click on the X, you notice that the world coordinate icon down here flips, so the Z is now pointing to the right. This means I'm looking at this from the opposite view. So the idea is to make sure that you click on this little X up here, but do it with the middle mouse button. So once we do that, we're ready to go. What I'm going to do is come over here, click on wireframe, go to rotoscope, go on new from file, and select the left side image. So basically the Z-axis should be pointing to the front of the computer in the image. So if I look at my right view down here in the lower right viewport, which is viewport D, okay, you can see that the Z-axis points to where the front panel is on the computer. If I look at the left viewport up here, which is viewport A, the Z-axis is pointing again toward the front of the computer panel in the image. So now that my reference images are set up, I'm ready to go and start modeling. So I'd say that I'm ready to start blocking this thing out, and we can start getting our hands dirty in the next video. So I'll see you there.